Good morning, everybody. This is Jenny Bulwer with Main Street, South Carolina. We are delighted to share a really great program that's coming your way in the next couple of weeks and months. We're going to go ahead with our slide deck sharing. Let me see if I can't get that. Hold, please. So much for being. Okay, here we go. Are we seeing? Are we seeing it?
Yeah.
We see your yep. Well, we see your desktop.
All right, but you don't. All right, you see the slide?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is a really fantastic program. We are. Is the slide progressing?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So as a team at the Municipal Association, Jonathan Irick and I are the leads for Main Street, South Carolina, and as those pair, we are also leading the WeShopSC program, and so we will be sharing details about what this means for your community. SCRC, another wonderful acronym that means it's a whole new organization through the federal government. The Southeast Crescent Regional Commission was recently launched, and they have provided funding to support small business initiatives and other growth opportunities in this entire region. So you can see this SCRC reaches from Virginia all the way to Mississippi. So South Carolina tapped into this opportunity, and we're looking predominantly at the distressed counties so that we can capture that. The reason why we looked at the distressed counties is that there's a better financial support through the SCRC, and in South Carolina, we are looking at 9 specific counties. This map details 2 areas of our technical assistance engagement. The stars indicate the 5 counties that are going to be receiving Storyville assistance from Phil Ike, focusing on photography sprints and interviews. These are for your small businesses and leadership in your community, as well as some really great shots of your downtown district, activities, things that are happening, maybe some storefront images, as well as maybe some murals to help build out your library setup. The other symbol here, the X, is for the on-site technical assistance that's focused predominantly on e-commerce. So all 9 counties will be receiving that support. The whole point of this is to leverage the tool that was designed by our IT team, Beyond Maine, and funded entirely by the Municipal Association of South Carolina. So using that tool as the framework to better support the small businesses. And through that tool, we're going to be engaging with marketing, onboarding, and education for best practices with e-commerce, as well as just participating in an omni-channel format. So what is WeShop? If you are not familiar with it, we officially launched last August of 2023. It is a full platform that touches small businesses in South Carolina only, retail, service, and food. And this is a space, basically the modern day Yellow Pages for small businesses to be discovered. A lot of small businesses don't have marketing dollars, and so we're able to provide those marketing dollars on a holistic way to just promote WeShopSC. So if you're on there, you benefit from that. But this is a great way for small businesses to show what they offer through photos, hours of operation, additional links to other spaces in which they can be found. How are we doing all of this? This is essentially a 9-month effort with a big team. But well, it's not like giant, but it's a great team. So Kate and Dana, if you want to talk briefly about who you guys are and what you're going to be bringing to the table.
Sure. Good morning, everybody. Really excited to meet you and visit your communities in the coming weeks. I'm Kate Giovan-Batista. You can just call me Kate G. Don't stress about the last name. I'm the founder of Beyond Maine. Beyond Maine is a technology platform really focused on providing kind of digital marketing opportunities and community building opportunities, e-commerce opportunities, and ways to connect with customers locally, as also those that that might be interested in seeking out what small businesses offer within the state of South Carolina and beyond. So our technology kind of creates all the like technical infrastructure that allows for these exchanges that we're going to talk about and feature sets for small businesses, as well as for you as market managers and community builders and local economic impact instigators. Dana leads our she's head of a marketing and communications. So I'll turn it over to her and she can introduce herself.
Hi everyone, excited to come see you and be back in South Carolina next month. But I am a part of the Beyond Main team out here in New Jersey. And my role specifically is marketing and visuals. So I help provide you guys with tools, resources, and really any assistance you need in making the most out of this technology. So we'll talk a little bit more about kind of the resources that we bring to the table, but I'm kind of your go-to for visual, merchandising, social media, all of that fun stuff.
Paul, are you on the call?
Yeah,
Okay, you want to share?
sure. Hey, everybody. My name's Paul Daniele. I do know some of you on the call. We've worked together in the past, but we have a nonprofit based out of Columbia, South Carolina, and we're working everywhere from the Appalachians all the way down into the Low Country on various projects, really working with communities to help them grow again, especially communities that have struggled with population loss. And one of the key factors for a growing community is your main street and your main street businesses. And we're really excited to get to. We have a couple folks that will hopefully be helping to support you and your small businesses through this project and supporting Kate and Dana and Jenny. And we just love working with y'all. So really happy to be here and looking forward to hearing the rest of the presentation.
Thank you, Paul. And Phil Ike is not on this call, but he will be on site in South Carolina the end of this month, participating in 5 of the 9 counties, providing the photography support. These are all day photo sprints, so it's about a 10 to 11 hour visit in each one of those 5 counties. Okay. Now I'm having trouble. There we go. Okay, so biggest goals here. Kate, if you want to talk about any of these, I can do it too, but
Sure.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I can kick it off and then Jenny layer
I'll
on.
wrap it.
Yeah. Perfect. So really, we're looking to affect, a multitude of things, right, throughout the program. One is provide augmented brick and mortar and digital kind of building capacity building, skill building support for you as leaders in your community, but also for the small businesses that will be participating in the program. Really kind of meeting them at various levels of how they're ready to engage with like digital tools. Marketing is also a huge goal of ours and help kind of creating this like one-stop funnel to aggregate resources and energy and collaboration around to really try to like punch up the visibility and accessibility for small businesses and shopping local, right? Like really taking that like shop local messaging that all of you are executing and have been executing for, a number of years and just taking it to the next level to provide actual ways for that shop local to transpire online or be driven to your physical, retail, food, and service-based establishments. We really want to focus on using this platform as a means and a mechanism for driving not just foot traffic, but also customer engagement, loyalty, and sales. So there's a number of opportunities within the platform to engage in kind of commerce level activities as well as the marketing side of the house. And like I said, creating really that like digital phone book directory that is a shared asset that can be small businesses can participate in that helps you more effectively market the downtown community as a whole, what's happening within it, what products and services are available to enjoy there in a new capacity for residents and visitors. And then finally, it's really this mechanism, it's been so fun to watch just all the additional creative opportunities that have like been birthed out of just having this place now. We're seeing a lot of creativity executed at the local level by leaders such as yourself, as well as small business owners, like using the technology in ways that like serve their business in the best way. So it's just it's going to unlock a lot of like new ways that you approach doing your job, or more effective ways to like implement some of the existing things you're doing. So kind of get ready for like your world to expand in a lot of ways. Jenny, you want to go
Yep.
ahead and
Yep.
add on any other major
Yeah,
goals?
so the biggest goal of this grant is to reach 90 small businesses. In previous engagements, we surpassed that number. For the purposes of our grant proposal, we suggested 90, essentially 10 small businesses per county, but we know we will definitely exceed that amount. So keep that in mind about not just your downtown district, but your greater area. We will be inviting others from your county to participate. So if you have a Chamber of Commerce or other partners, we want them to also benefit from this experience. Okay, deliverables. And Dana, you can also talk about some of this too. Biggest thing here is being able to deliver on-site, in person moments of education for those small business owners and those partners locally to help one another grow in this space. Kate's already mentioned the marketing. There are all sorts of interactive tools relating to that with Canva templates, the press release, and a whole host of things that they'll be talking about here shortly. Collaboration. This works so well when we cross-pollinate. So when you develop some good marketing tools through this program for your downtown district, those businesses that are participating will also be able to collaborate with one another and find some other creative solutions as well. The interactive training part is the most fun. I think, Dana, will you talk briefly about the Lightbox? The communities will not be receiving these necessarily, but we will be hosting interactive training about how to take better photos of, or increase the level of photo quality.
Yeah, that is, it ends up being people's favorite part because e-commerce or going digital kind of scares them because it's like, oh, I have product, but how do I get it online? How do I make it look good? And so we found doing some sort of like interactive training where we go into the store, or businesses bring their products to our training, and it's like, oh, you have home decor, you have jewelry, you have clothing. Let's work with the business individually and help them figure out how they can take really like beautiful high quality images of their product specifically. And the Lightbox is one that we've just found is a hit. It's accessible, it's easy to travel with, it's affordable for businesses. And so we kind of do like a hands-on training of their actual product in the training. And show them it's easy. It's your iPhone, send it to your WeShop page, done. Like your products are now online. And so that's part of the training, just kind of meeting them where they are. And then along with giving them some more tools in our guides and our resource center to kind of take those images and now market them.
Perfect. Okay, so as part of this grant, we have 20 full commerce awards available for all 9 counties included. So there's not 20 in each county, 20 total. So this is a huge benefit for a small business that is ready to go full digital to complement their brick and mortar. We provide that one free subscription for the year. So 12 full months, you have access to all of these marketing tools and guidance. And then we'll also have some workshops that will help each business owner that is doing full commerce activate all of the bells and whistles for this. Locally, that small business owner must commit to 2 additional years that they fund on their own, or maybe the partners locally would want to help cost share. This equates to a $600 per year commitment. But again, this is a really great investment for them to test the market, see what it's like, and then build out from there. We do ask that those small business owners respond to customer orders. The Beyond Main team will also give some prompts to say, hey, just saw you had an order placed. Please make sure that you connect with that customer. We also ask that marketing be fully engaged with those small business owners that are going to be provided the full commerce benefit, and trainings and communication. All of this is a huge part of the full commerce activation. Kate, do you want to add?
Yeah, just a couple additional thoughts as you are maybe going through the list of small businesses that you think would really benefit from this. It's sort of it's a spectrum, right, of like operator abilities. And so as you're sort of thinking about the businesses in your communities that you think would be primed for a program like this, also give some thought to how you can build community around this, and who are those key business owners that really just must engage in this space in order for you to build the momentum. So I would encourage everyone to kind of maybe make a list of or classify your business owners in a way that, maybe there's a group that is just really struggles with technology and might need a longer life cycle of assistance and support and help. And certainly there's a pathway for them. Maybe there's a middle ground group that's like automating in some ways, and this could help elevate what they're doing and expand their capabilities. But there's also maybe a group of just like business owners that are super desirable in your community. They are really tapped in and they are your first adopters of everything. We kind of want to, maybe give all of those different groups like thought and not just focus on one specific, channel of store type. Like try to keep a blend and a mix of how you can effectively think about building this marketplace, and those key we call them anchor tenants, like in the retail world. Like if you think about mall environments, you have anchor tenants that really sort of ground your retail establishment. Think about who your small business anchor tenants are and include them in this program, because they'll be really integral in helping you build the energy and the momentum and the visibility factor and marketing kind of reach down the line. That's what I would do.
Perfect. Thanks, Kate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on site, in addition to Phil coming to those 5 counties the end of this month, on site, we've given a bit of communication about the 2 weeks in which we will bring the whole team to the counties. 2 aspects of this. Some of you have said group training doesn't work really well in your community. It's hard to get folks to come to a meeting, especially midday. These are small business owners operating a storefront. So the group training will not be in your community based on what you tell us. However, the one-on-one small business visits will be offered, and we generally can meet between 12 and 20 in an hour. Maybe that's too much to say, team. I'll lean in on you. But the 4 of us, and maybe more, if Paul's going to join us, will be on site, splitting up, going to each side of your downtown district in particular, and having about a 15-minute conversation with the small business owners. That's where it's critical that you have already talked with them about our coming, so that they know we'll be there, and be able to give them good guidance and information so that they'll be able to activate their free profiles. Team, do y'all want to add to this?
Yeah, I would say, just echoing what I said on the previous slide, like if you could go through an exercise of classifying your business population, and if you have an existing contact list, that'll be really important in the rollout of the program. So, and if you don't have that, it's okay, but let's get started maybe building it from a communication strategy. But just going through and sort of prioritizing and directing us as a technical on-site team of where our efforts will be most helpful and impactful. Your local businesses, who's ready to receive this help and support. And so we're going to look to you to kind of give us that feedback to make our on-site visits the most effective that they possibly can be.
All right, so host checklist. Kate, do you want to add to this one?
Yeah, so we have a little guide that we will be also providing along with the video playback, but it's essentially like a checklist, a walkthrough checklist to help prep you for not just the on-site, but also how you really can maximize the WeShopSC community, like overall platform, and also your market space within it. So you'll be receiving a guide with step-by-step instructions on how you really begin the process, and then things you can do once it's set up and anchored to keep nurturing it and evolving it. So that'll be provided to you.
Perfect. All right, Jonathan, since we haven't tapped you just yet in this slide deck, if you'll talk just about the importance of communication before, during, and after.
Yeah, so we are excited about being in the different communities, and the success is really going to rely on that communications both pre, during, and post our visit. So we do encourage you to use all the resources that Kate's going to be sending out. There's press releases so that you can let your community know what you as the Main Street program are doing by helping to bring in the WeShop team. Then there's going to also be a lot of social media templates, or excuse me, Canva templates that you can use for social media or other advertising and promotion. So again, we encourage you to use all of these resources to just get the word out as much as possible so that we have the greatest opportunity to reach as many of the businesses in your community. And then while we're there, it's a great opportunity to do some social media posts while we're there on site, take some photos. You could upload them live to let people know what's going on. And then post is going to be really important to follow up with those businesses. Again, use the resources that Kate and the team will send out to you, and use those resources to follow up with the businesses and see if there's any questions they may have, or any places where they may need some additional assistance, where if we need to reach out to them, we can, or you can help them as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Jonathan.
Mhm.
Okay, Kate, I'm going to stop sharing if you want to provide a platform overview.
Sure. I'm going to first start with the small business backend. Okay, good. Yep. I'm going to start first with like giving you guys an overview of, once businesses join, what capabilities do they have? What do they see? What does this site look like, right? So once a business has created a free account, they can do that through the join button. And they've been given access to a backend site area. This is sort of their world, right? This is what they become immersed into on the Beyond Main technology. And then everything that is populated here is for, publishing purposes on WeShopSC.com and under the marketplace that you guys are running. So this is a full commerce experience, so I can kind of show you the full suite of things. If a business is only participating at a free level, there will be some areas that they don't see, mainly around reservations. Like they wouldn't see this reservations booking area. They wouldn't see e-commerce catalog inventory building, and they also wouldn't see like gift card or order status and data and analytics around that. It would be mostly social media type of stuff, right? Like pictures and videos and about stories and testimonials and events and things like that. So it's very informational. But when they log in, this is kind of their like quick in dashboard. They can see any key items that they need to take immediate action on, orders, syncing. If they are operating on a Square system or Shopify system, there's syncing capabilities. So they can kind of take a look at what inventory data pieces are missing or need just to be identified and matched. So there's quite a host that they can see just like on site on logging in. Most business owners spend the majority of their time in the My Shop area. And this is kind of like where a lot of the magic happens in the Beyond Main like portal. The shop info area is really where we want businesses, regardless of what level they're starting at or intend to participate in, to maximize first. And so this is really where the first kind of threshold benchmark we try to get everybody past, because the architecture of the profiles is done in such a way that it really helps them just naturally try to position their business for search, discoverability, promotion, information for customers. So we really need them to like zone in here first and get this to a point where it's the best representation of their small business that we can possibly get in a digital storefront or window shop type of capacity. And then we can move on to the commerce building opportunities. So those things include a beautiful photo cover, storefront image cover, a banner for the back of their like page, a really well written business description and story that talks about, the heritage of their business, why they started their business, the categories that they focus on, the brands, if they're, really notable brands that they carry. All those things really, are great things to put in that business story and description. They can tag their business if they'd like to, associate their storefront or with certain attributes. These are displayed. They don't have to, it's just here if they'd like to associate any attributes with their business for customers to learn and know about. And then there's different other shop buttons and features that they can connect to their page. So social is like a big one, right? Most small businesses are operating on social accounts. They can link any of the accounts that they are a part of, and these show up as icons on their page that customers can then, visit them on their social sites or any other third-party kind of like marketplace sites quite easily from one centralized profile. The other options for adding information, obviously shop location and hours, a secondary website. They can, post those, and we encourage them to update hours to be current. There's a bookings reservation. So if they're on the full commerce plan, they can connect a reservation system with their profile, and or if they don't have a reservation system, they can utilize ours. And those are great for everything from food-based businesses, salons and spas, to also retail-based businesses who are looking to create some reservation opportunities or styling opportunities. And then the calendar is where events get added. So everyone, even at a free level, gets to promote all the events that are taking place in their business by just clicking the date and filling out the form. You can even connect a third-party site if you're promoting that on Facebook, events or Eventbrite or another ticketing system that they might already be using. They can link that here. And then in a similar fashion, testimonials can also be added at the free level. And these are not reviews. These are testimonials that the business owner has said, that's a really great example of my store experience or customer experience that I want people to know about. Or this is a great feedback from an existing customer that I want to promote because that embodies like the type of exchange I'm looking to provide and value I'm looking to provide. So they can add as many testimonials as they'd like to their page, and those scroll sort of for customers to browse. And then a couple other areas that I think are really important is the Shop Insights tab. So My Shop gives you some analytics around like sales data and best performing items and average daily sale, more of those like economic indicator KPIs. But the Shop Insights area focuses more on the behavioral side of what's happening with their profile and also with their representation in the marketplace. So businesses will be able to see at a glance, like how many visitors are they getting, per day, and how many page views, like how many times are customers clicking on items that they list? Where is their traffic coming from? Like what types of mobile devices or devices are they being viewed on? The traffic sources, where is it originating? Are they new or are they returning? Like what's the breakdown there? And then also a little heat map. So there's some really great like grounding metrics that they can learn just on a behavioral side to, match that up with whatever they're doing promotionally or from a product standpoint. They can kind of see how this begins to shift throughout the course of a year and over the lifetime of their participation in the program. And then finally, we have a really robust resource center, which there is so much to dig into here. Don't be overwhelmed by it, but it's really truly, built out in a way that can help not only you as marketers and promoters and conveners of your site and page, but also help the business owners with the ability to engage in the space and help them also with promoting their space. So there's a number of documents here that you can browse and learn more about ways to maximize your WeShop participation. So should I pause for maybe any questions about the back end here before I jump to the market manager page?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Anybody have questions to this point? It's a lot. It becomes super easy once you dig in from your side, as Kate's about to talk about for the market manager.
Yeah. One other kind of cool feature that for the small business owner, if inventory is a problem or they're struggling with like how do I get things from my in-store online, we have a lot of great tips to kind of work through that from a strategy perspective. But there's 4 key methods that products get listed in here. One is manually. So it's very similar to like listing something on Facebook Marketplace or another online marketplace. You just, complete the form, add pictures, put your price, publish. There's also we integrate with a UPC database. So if they resell manufactured based goods that have a barcode, a UPC barcode, like books or maybe other well-known brands, they can scan that UPC number, and about 80% of the time, our system will find the information, pictures, pricing, description, but the manufacturer has like been made available under that UPC code. So that can be like a huge time saver for businesses like creating their online order opportunities and catalogs. And then we also have a bulk import feature. So if they're using an inventory system we don't currently integrate with, they can export their data, convert it to our template format, and upload. It does take some time and a little bit of a learning curve, but it is possible to do it that way. And then we also have a direct syncing capability with inventory systems that businesses are using on Shopify, as well as Square. So they just connect their existing system and then match it to the Beyond Main categories and availability of brands. And then those items become for sale on their Beyond Main profile, and they're synced. So what that means is if it sells on their WeShop profile or Beyond Main like shop profile, it updates their inventory, their system inventory on Square or Shopify, and vice versa. If it sells in store or online and their inventory system is deducting it out of inventory, it updates their Beyond Main page. So it keeps things in nicely synced so they don't have to worry about, oh, I forgot I had that sale and I forgot to update my inventory here, and now I've disappointed a customer. We want to try to minimize those inventory error opportunities. All right, so I am going to jump in and we're going to show you a backend example of like what your site looks like, what you as a market manager can kind of do, and the capabilities you have in building your digital downtown and market. All right, Jenny, I'm going to show shop.
Sure.
Okay, so once you follow the checklist and you've created your market manager account, some of you probably already do have access to your market manager account if your market is currently running. If you don't, there are steps that you'll walk through to gain access and have it set up. And once you log in, you'll be able to customize the information for your market page with a photo, with a description. You'll also be able to directly invite businesses from here. So if you do not have a electronic or like spreadsheet format, or can convert it to a CSV file of a data set that includes the business name, the first name and last name of the contact owner, and an email address to do a bulk invite, then this is a way for you to actually build that list out through singular invites. So you can add a new business to your market and send them a direct invitation from the platform by just store name, first name, last name, email, invite. And then what it'll allow you to do is you can see, has that business opened that email? Have they actually joined the marketplace? And then from there, what step are they at in the process of like maximizing their output for the space? And what's their participation level? So like I said, you can do that manually, but you can also do it in a bulk format. If you have all these people in a database, you can save it as a CSV file with just those 4 fields, import it, and then it will mass send out invites to everybody. And then after those invites have been sent, you can track their participation level in the My Stores area once they convert to joining. So you can see in our test, we've had 1 store join via, the invite. And if this wasn't joined, it would say opened or not opened, meaning like they didn't even open the email. So that could require, maybe I need to like call the business and find out why they haven't opened the email or what's been going on. So it gives you some, places to figure out how to better support the stores. And then once they have joined, they kind of move into this full store list, and you can see like live means that they're published and they're on your page. Not live means that they created an account, but they just never really finished the setup process. And so maybe need some extra support in perfecting their profile before they launch it. And then everyone's here, all their contact information. You can kind of like use this as a grounding center for people in the program. You do have also insights and analytics around your page. These are a lot more geared towards like actually those that are participating in the commerce. Like it'll tell you, it might take a minute to run because the market here is so large, but we'll wait it out and I'll chit chat. So once you have businesses participating and engaging in the space, and those that are upgrading to like the gift card level or the commerce level, you'll start to see like indicators here that tell you where the activity is happening. So, you know, how many hits, like who's your top performing store in your market in terms of visibility, in terms of number of items they're representing, in terms of categories that people are buying, you know, whether that's gift cards or actually like listings. So you'll start to get some really kind of interesting info about how your online space influences your physical space and vice versa. You know, this is still kind of a build, this is like version 1 of our dashboard. So we do anticipate that these features and analytic sets will expand over time. And with your help and guidance, like we can keep perfecting it to help you understand the things you really want to learn about your community and about those participating. But kind of as it gets started, you'll be able to see some like really cool, interesting info that maybe you wouldn't otherwise know around local stores. And then the gift cards area focuses on the gift card activity. So if you create a digital downtown card for your community and you have businesses engaging in that digital gift account card, you can start to track like the overall purchasing activity of those cards, how much is redeemed, what's the percentage of conversion, and then where are those cards actually being used in the community. So you can get to, you know, target your activities around promotion and such for the community-based cards in that capacity. The cards are fully digital. So there is a QR code sort of like exchange for redemption in store and or just entering and attaching the card at checkout if it's an online purchase. So they're fully digital. There's no paper trail. The funds go directly to the business owner where the cards are redeemed or purchased within 24 to 48 hours of the actual order taking place. So there's really nothing for you to do in terms of follow-up or reconciliation or check writing. It's all done digitally through the technology from the platform, and then the business's like linked financial account to the space. So this is just the analytics dashboard where you can see like the traffic hits, directory breakdown, top performing stores, conversion rates, things like that. Any questions on that? And then here we have WeShop gift card, activation, activity, analytics, and you can set up new gift cards, as many as you want for your community. I mean, we advise one, you don't need a lot more, but if you wanted to have a specific card for a specific season or purpose, you could set up multiple cards to be purchased under your community. Okay. All right, I'll turn it back over to you, Jenny. Or if there's any questions, please feel free.
Yeah, that's great. I always forget the extra analytics. Those are really cool to see. Questions to this point? I will share again. And hopefully.
Is that many questions for us, Jenny?
Sure.
So you're saying that what we need to do, you said you'll be coming here within a couple of weeks, so we should go ahead and start setting up communication with all the merchants here and getting them to participate in the meeting so they can get clarity as to what WeShop is about. Then the knowledge of that would be greatly a help to them to understand what are they getting into, you know, what is this about, how important this is to their stores and the merchandise they're selling. So our so the meeting will give them the training and the clear understanding on how to join this and what is the benefit for them to join WeShop. And this is to show them also how to increase their business and because we don't have, we need them stabilized. The ones here, we need them stabilized. We need them to know how they going to, that's where you come in at, how to stabilize their business, how to market their business, and how to keep their business growing and to help it grow.
Exactly.
We don't need to lose any more here. You know, we are very low now. So I think this is going to be good. Just getting them to join in, to hear what you're offering and what is good, going to be good for them to stabilize their business and to help it grow. The question is now, once we get them, hopefully get them, and I'm praying for that we will get them involved. You were saying something about marketing. We will show them, well, you will show them, because we need to know as well, how to go online. So now, would you show them the cost efficiency of what it is if somebody, they put the merchandise online and it has to be shipped out?
Right. Yep. So when we're on site, we'll provide more details about that. One of the businesses that was featured on the dashboard that Kate shared, the Limitless sneaker based out of Spartanburg, she initially was buy online, pick up in store only. So all the redemption of product, there are options that are for every small business owner based on where they're functioning. So not everybody has to sell out the back door. So just lots of options, but that will all be conveyed to them. Biggest thing is getting them listed for free, just getting them to be confident in the space. And then when we come on site, we'll be able to help them amplify their presence.
Okay, I can hear it better now. Okay, thank you.
Other questions?
Jenny, you might have just said this and I was trying to multitask and that never works. Because I'm making my list of businesses. So we can still offer like buy online and pick up in store. So like my bakeries or they can still kind of, I can talk to them about the e-commerce side of it because they can go ahead and have like a dozen cupcakes ordered and know to pick them up in store.
Right. Yep. And they can also do delivery. They can identify that they'll make deliveries if that's possible. On Fridays only or whatever, within a mile radius, you know, those types of things, they are capable of identifying where and how they want to participate.
Yeah, this is great. That'll be given, that will show them different avenues and aspect on how to grow their business. Because it need to be modernized. Our city need to be modernized as to how our businesses can grow and the level it can grow, which could. And then also that will show other businesses a reason to come here.
Right.
Yeah, we got WeShop and this working great here. And this is, we just need to figure out a way how to get some of these buildings open, things done, and the business, really the business that's here, stabilized to maintain and to stay. So we're looking forward for you, the team coming.
Yes.
To educate us more.
Yeah.
And definitely to educate our businesses.
We're looking forward to it. And Paul, I'm not sure if you want to share this, but Paul had done some earlier research last fall, early spring on the businesses that were currently listed on WeShopSC. And he identified that 10% of them, more than 10% of them were using WeShop as their website. They're not even online anywhere. So WeShop has become their go-to for just information sharing. Paul?
Yeah. I think that was one thing that came across, and another thing that came across is like some businesses are really great at making sure they have multiple avenues of communicating with their customers, and so adding an avenue like WeShop, especially when you have people that are going to be able to come and help you set it up, I think is a great idea. And as you all just heard, it's it's a little, it's a little bit to digest, but that's why this team is here. And I think we're looking forward to supporting y'all. And there's also other things too. Like I think Kate does a good job of even explaining some of what's going on in the online marketplace market, outside of even WeShop. So, not just selling one idea or one solution, but really bringing some good marketing expertise to the communities that really need it. I think, what did we find, Jenny? We also reviewed all the businesses, and I think almost 50% of small businesses don't have any really strong online profiles, or they have a weak online profile that we would love to help with. So that's kind of what we're here. We're here to help and do what we can to support y'all.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, I think like if I could distill it down to sort of the steps we walk through, like at this point, what we're trying to accomplish is inviting all of your businesses and you as leaders in your communities to joining the WeShop space. Through our collective energy, through collective marketing, we can create really more or help unlock maybe future economies of scale, but also, yes, rising tide lifts all boats type of environment, right? So what this space really hinges on is participation and collaboration. And so that's like where we're at today, right? We're building the supply, we're building the participation, the collaboration, the tool sets around how we can grow together as like a statewide community, but then how you can individually as a community grow and leverage it, and also how the small business can individually and grow. And so, our team, we're sort of a diverse group of retail experts, everything from Macy's to like brand management to marketing to technology. Like we try to pull in together the best practices in each of our like domain expertise areas into what WeShop is, right? And then deliver those learnings to small businesses in ways that we know is more appropriate for them to be able to learn and manage and execute on. There are a number of ways to build and grow a business. And so WeShop is really one avenue that we think can have immense impact on the entire small business sector in South Carolina, while also meeting the needs of consumers today, like what they're expecting. So yeah, so invite your businesses into this space to learn about it. And the more you can do to kind of pre that conversation, prep that conversation, really is what will allow us to be more effective when we're actually on site there, to getting businesses into the right funnel, right? The right pathway for them to begin maximizing the space that's available now.
And can y'all see this part of my screen where it's got the technical schedule?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So these first two checks, that's where we are. We just hosted the intro call so that everybody understands at least a little bit more about what we're doing and why we're doing it. The invitations, while y'all are identifying the small businesses that you would like to see participate and partners, we will also be sending out those invitations that I mentioned earlier to the COGs, other municipalities in your county. Y'all are the hosts. Main Street South Carolina Network communities are the host communities because we have that relationship with you. So yay, this is a really helpful moment for us with you. Next step, host details. As a host community, ideally by September 23rd, we will have details about the location if you are providing a group training environment. And then the number of small businesses that will be engaged, as well as a list for us as team members to go and visit. Then we'll have the on-site visits, details about that will be forthcoming. And then the post visit, we would like to schedule a conversation with each of the host communities about engagement and what that looked like, and how we can go forward. And then this last, reinforcing key dates. Those 5 counties, 5 cities that will have Phil coming. Here are your identified dates. Did I do Sherrall wrong? I do this every time. That's Friday. Friday, September 27th. Thankfully, I can change that right here. And then those 2 sessions, 2 weeks in October that's listed out right here for each of the 9 counties that will have that engagement.
I just want to inject here. So Jenny, the communities that are taking advantage of Phil coming, guys, this is worth thousands of dollars to your small businesses and to your communities. I mean, you're talking about having beautiful photographs coming out from a professional photographer who's like one of the best in the Southeast. And I really like, that's probably your biggest selling point to kind of get folks engaged, those communities that are participating in that, just because like you're going to get some value out of this big time on the, especially with this photographer who's coming. I don't know if Jenny, if you want to add anything on that. But then the communities that aren't in that, still, you're going to get a lot of value through the face-to-face on-site sessions. But Jenny, maybe you want to elaborate on the value there.
Phil is amazing. If you are not following him on social, he has been working with a lot of municipalities in the state of Michigan, which is where he's from. So we're flying him down for this specifically. Many of you got to engage with him during our summer training in Florence and saw some of the ways that he processes through photography. And he's going to be doing smaller informational interviews with small business owners, and those will be active pieces of product for you for all sorts of marketing moments and help to celebrate your downtown.
So Jenny, tell me exactly what they'll get out of this. So they're going to get him training them on how to really take beautiful photographs, at the same time him taking some beautiful photographs of their shops, of some of their products. Is there anything else I'm missing?
He'll do a brief interview with each of the business owner stops. So it'll be about a 10-minute interview that will then be transcribed with the local program to start to share the details about that small business, why they open in the district, what kind of product they offer, what kind of services they offer. But you'll have hundreds upon hundreds, if not thousands, of photos at the end of your day session with him. So again, it's a blitz and it's really powerful collateral.
I think Patricia has a question. If we're
Yes, the question I have is I heard one person say all businesses, small businesses. Are we to compile that list of just downtown? Because I was trying to focus on just downtown one, but can we also include small businesses that's not downtown?
Absolutely. Now for our visits, when we're on site, if you have numerous that are outside of the downtown district, that's going to be a little bit harder for us to reach. So when we're in the communities for those 9 sessions in each county, it will be predominantly that downtown district. However, if it works within the time frame for us to go offsite, we will try to accommodate that as well. But if anything, for the group trainings, invite them. That's going to be the most impactful moment for them to be a part of the village of the small businesses in your community.
If you can, Patricia, if you can keep track of a list of those that are kind of too far off the downtown trail, let's keep track of who those are and put them on a list to make sure we know who they are and that they had really wanted some help with their photography. I think it's important that we keep track of that and pass that on to Jenny and the team.
Okay, Jenny, I do have a question. We have some businesses that offer services and not, selling, items or products. So how do we work that in?
Kate?
Yeah, sure. Service businesses are welcomed, and it's a great environment for service-based businesses. Actually, Dana and I, from a previous grant visit, are working really closely with one in particular who's a massage therapist and is launching a whole new vertical for herself around functional medicine support and programs that are very service oriented. And so there is a space and a way for them to participate. They just might need to think a little strategically different about how they monetize that service on the platform. And we can give them guides and have conversations with them if they're struggling or don't have anything set up currently to do that. But absolutely invite them in.
Okay, thanks.
And I'll have one more note, and Jonathan, you might want to touch on this too. When we were doing another grant engagement moment, people from a local community offered or invited their elected officials, not just city council, but their state reps, to come and see and have a conversation with us. And it was really a powerful moment for them to say, oh my gosh, this is great. You're working with your small business owners and you've brought in this whole team. So think about that too. Think about this as a really good moment of advocacy, the role that you play in your community on so many other levels beyond just event planning or just conversation. So Jonathan.
Yeah, so we, I think this was when we were in Walhalla was actually probably the most impactful. They had reached out to their state senator who actually came down to our group meeting kind of towards the end, but he was able to see what was going on and then actually took the time to meet with our team and the local director there at the time that was heading up that work. And we were able to share with him what WeShop was all about. And he really loved the fact, like Jenny said, that Main Street program was working directly with those local businesses to grow those small entrepreneurs in his business. He was actually a small business owner himself at one time. And so he really saw the value in what the Main Street program and WeShop was doing. So yes, I would encourage you to include any of those kind of folks in your PR so that they know, again, advocacy wise, so that they know what you're doing as a program for your community.
Okay, we're 3 minutes shy of time. So if anybody has any additional questions, do not hesitate. We're going to send this slide deck out to you as well as the recording. So if you want to watch it again or have additional questions, please share them with the team. We are here to make this an amazing experience.
Hey, Jenny, I will go real quick, go back to what I think Gloria or somebody asked about the businesses outside of downtown. Because you guys are the host too, the other reason why we ask you to use the promotional pieces is because you're right. This is open to all the businesses in your community, but we're also thinking that there will be neighboring counties that we're not going to be able to be in person who may come to those group meetings that you have. So especially the group meetings are open to anybody, not just downtown. It could be in your county, the next county over if they're not included in this visit. So we just want as many small businesses participating in those group visits. The one-on-one trainings, like Jenny said, would definitely need to be concentrated in the walkable downtown area so that we can reach as many as possible.
Super. Okay. Yep. Press release. If you need a different version of it, Ogie asked for a radio version. So I've also got that copy. We're just making things happen as you have questions. So we don't know what you need until you ask. So we're happy to provide whatever will make this an amazing moment for y'all.
All right, and I just dropped the WeShopSC link. If you don't have it, bookmark it, as well as our market manager gift guide, which will be emailed out. But if anybody wants to dive in now, you can start to dive in, and there's a checklist to walk through that will help prep you for our on-site as well as your future in WeShop land.
Thank you, team, for being available, and thank you guys locally. It's a bit of a lift for you guys, but again, it's going to be a really, really impactful moment for all involved. So,
thanks, everyone. Yeah, excited to see you soon.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
We'll wait to see you in a couple of weeks, and we just keep the ball moving. And thank you, Jenny, for setting this up. Thank you all guys for great job you're doing, and for including us into how to improve our small city and to help us to keep our merchants in business, and also to show them what they need to know to continue to grow. So this is going to be very important to us.
Thank you. We're excited. All right. Happy weekend, everybody.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.